Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am Mr. Sensible. Yet again we have the opportunity of a channel takeover. Excuse me. Hello. Oh hiya. What do you mean IKEA's at the front door? I didn't order anything from IKEA. Tell them to take it away. They won't. Okay, I'm coming up right now. Yeah, just tell them to hang on a second. Alright, thanks then. Bye. Guys, I'm going to have to go for a minute. I'll be back in a second, okay? Oh, have a look at my wonderful patrons first. As always, massive thanks to all my patrons, including new patrons, Corpus Defectus, Tiffany Hall, Erebathron, Bardtail, Francis Chimenti, William Foley, Alice Vangstrom, John Roswell and TechBlog, and my very latest patron, Pyro Kitty Cat. Thank you all so very much.
Hello and welcome to the Sensible Mr. Now. Make yourself at home, pour yourself some tea and...
Hi!
Oh, hi there, Mr. Pinion.
Hi! What's this place? Is this yours?
No, yes. Yes, it's my place.
Oh, it's a really nice place.
Thank you.
It's really worth the plane tickets, what you call them, the rental cards.
Yeah, you took a rental car here?
Yes, yeah, of course.
Before we check out the jacuzzi, roll VT.
Yep.
A few days ago, we came across this amazing theory of an ancient kingdom with advanced technology that was wiped out by this huge mud flood. The flood supposedly wiped out everything and everyone all over the globe at around 1850s. And all we know about the history today is apparently all fabricated to cover up the existence of the ancient Tartaria. Of course, there are some truth behind the theory. Not much, but there are some truth.
Yeah, the actual Tartarians were one of the many groups that was defeated and incorporated into Genghis Khan's Mongolian Empire in the beginning of 13th century. So, like most of the other groups, the Tartars also joined to the many wars.
The Europeans were fascinated by the word Tartaria, since it sounded very similar to Tartaros from the Greek mythology. And they wrongly called the entire Central Asia for Tartaria.
Yeah, but hold on.
Okay.
I just found out something very interesting on YouTube related to the theories around Tartaria. Let's roll it.
Welcome.
Helsinki? I was born there. Whoa. And since when was Helsinki a part of Tartaria? Come on, it was allegedly founded by the King Gustavus Vasa of Sweden in 1550. That's 300 years before 1850.
Go Sweden.
Yeah.
And here is a little tour of pictures that are mostly from the 1850s.
And the first photos are taken 1909. Oh my God.
And what's remarkable about most of these photographs is the lack of people in these major cities.
Well, no. Back then, and even now, photographers have been taking pictures with and even without people, if you haven't noticed. And the top comment that we can see for this video is from Thomas Wolf. And he says same thing, and says that early photographers would wait until early morning or midnight in the summer here in Scandinavia would work as well, to be able to take the pictures without people.
Not too much people in here either. And this picture is from 2009. So.
Yeah.
Now here's a picture from the early 1900s. Now here we do see a crowd of people. Now this looks, rather normal. What is unusual about this is the wear on the wall. This is apparently a brand new city.
Whoa. Okay. No. The picture is from 20th century. The city is from 1550 once again, and the building and the square are from 1800s. The Senate Square, where this picture is from, is and its surroundings makes up the oldest part of the central Helsinki. Yes, And if you, the places where you see the wear, that is originally built from 1830s to 1852, according to the papers that we can see, the history papers.
Beautiful buildings, beautiful architecture. Clearly seems, I wouldn't say old, but aged. I mean, these cities don't look completely brand new, and yet it's as if they are brand new when we don't see any people.
Yeah, okay, here we go again. It's Turku, not Turco. So get the names right.
Potato.
Yes. Tomato, right. And for the record, this city is first mentioned in 1229.
Paris, France, I mean, in this time period in the 1850s, still an absolutely bustling city, and yet not a boat, not a person, just a complete ghost town, as if a bomb went off.
You're not looking close enough there, John Levi. There's even a text hint about a large crowd in the Place de la Concorde.
Yeah, he's simply hard to please.
And what we notice with a lot of these pictures is, mud on the sides of the building, as we can see on the bottom left corner here.
Where?
Where?
I don't see any mud.
Oh, and then he cuts to the second picture, which is not in St. Petersburg, Russia, even though the text says so. Looks more like from France, based on the text on the signs, actually.
So, what can we conclude? Were we the inheritors of a prior civilization?
I'd say yes, but not in the way you mean, man. So,
It sure seems like the architecture all around the world is very similar in this Greek Romanesque style.
okay. St. Petersburg was grounded in 1703 by Peter the Great. And the architectures of Helsinki actually took a lot of influences from St. Petersburg. In fact, lots of Agent and Cold War movies were filmed in Helsinki because of this. Instead of Soviet Union, which was way harder to get in or get out from. And during the 80s, because they in some places they really looked similar. Yeah.
Architecture does follow some trends as humans do. There's mainly pictures of the western part of the world. And you mentioned China, and do not show any photos from there. But yes, mind you, I've been to China many times. I can show you pictures. Doesn't really look like that.
Yeah, of course. And now this is the thing. He's talking a lot about Tartary and not mentioning or showing the photos or images from that area, from Tartary area. But we used to have a tartar sauce at school when having fish fingers. So schools being in Helsinki, in Finland, is this a coincidence?
To be honest, I had tartar sauce yesterday with some fish and chips.
Yeah, you don't have to be in school in Finland to have that.
No.
This is getting more weird. Yes.
And the pictures we do see with people, it's as if they've just been introduced. Nobody's in any hurry to go anywhere. They're just standing around in awe.
Why would people have to have a hurry anywhere?
Yeah, the photo captures the moment and not the movement, just to get snappy here.
As if they've just inherited these great cities.
What is this guy implying?
Oh, that there was a mud flood, wipeout, and people just incarnated there after that, and that everything else in history before them is just made up nonsense afterwards.
Here in the 1850s in Mexico City, same scenario. Just a mess. A mess and no people.
Well, that could be right after or during the Mexican-American War from 1846 to 1848, which could explain the devastation.
Or it could be during or after the Mexican Revolution. More likely, looking at the photos, roughly between 1910 and 1920.
Streets are filled with dirt. Overgrown.
Okay, sure, I give you that. The mud has covered all the ancient tarmac. Sure.
And here in Washington, D.C., same scenario. As if we just walked into this. We inherited something.
No, I've had it with this guy.
And really, there's very little proof before the camera in the picture. And our pictures begin around this time.
I agree. Wow.
Woo.
The technology for taking photos did take a step forward on the 1850s, and the photos got more popular after that, as they do.
Yeah, apparently people did not have Instagram back then. Or maybe the Snapchat archives were destroyed during the mud flood too.
So,
This seems like the beginning of our history. Anything else is just a story.
so the only evidence we can believe in is a photo, not a printed book or carved stone.
Who built all this?
I assume people living there in Toronto. I do believe that the history books are pretty accurate, for real. But then again, it seems you're stating that our modern history starts in 1850s after Tartarian Mud Flood?
This is just the amount of stupid that we can handle today.
Yeah. We see you next time. I'm out of here.
Thank
Bye.
you for watching. Please, if you want, go to the Nowpinion's YouTube channel and subscribe, because it's going to be fun and interesting. Opinion?
Yeah, what? Yeah. What he said. Do it.
Flipping Swedes, you can't trust them. Hey, what's this? Dear Mr. Sensible, thanks for the use of the studio. Please send all your viewers over to the channel called Nowpinion. We would like them to come over and subscribe to us. Lots of love, Mr. Now and Mr. Pinion. Well, I suggest you do that. Pop over, have a look around, give them a few likes and maybe a subscribe. Thanks ever so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Until next time, stay sensible.
Shut up and sit down.